Hey everyone, I'm Brian. You're watching the Build a Place channel. In this video, we're going to be making a 2x4 Christmas tree out of rustic 2x4s. The 2x4s came from the pump jacks that I use for scaffolding. It's time to retire them, so they're going to be Christmas trees for decoration. So let's get started building this project. To make the cuts on this tree, this board is 14 inches long with a 45-degree angle at the top and a 22.5-degree angle on this end. This board is 12 inches long with a 45-degree cut on this end and a 22.5 on the opposite end. The next 6 or 3 down on each side, those are 12 inches long and they have 22.5-degree cuts on each end. The bottom, or the base, is cut at 27 inches with 22.5-degree cuts on either end. And then I've put a foot, so this foot is 9.5 inches long with 22-degree angles on both sides. These two pieces beside it are cut at 4.5 inches long with a square cut 90 on one end and 22.5 on the other end. And this is centered in between on this piece of bottom base. So let's get cutting these pieces out and we'll start putting it together. I have everything's all cut out to size and it's sitting here. I'm going to be moving it to the other table to do the assembly, but this is everything put together, kind of just dry set together. So let's go over and start putting this thing together, screw and glue it together. To assemble this, I'm going to be using number 10 by 2.5 inch wood screws and a wood glue, and I'm going to have a acid brush to kind of spread the glue out and use a drill with a bit on it to create a pilot hole, and then the other drill with the bit that fits the head of the screw. We'll start on this side first. We'll just lay the boards down, put a little bit of glue on both sides. Don't need a lot of glue, just a little bit of glue, and spread it out with the brush. You kind of give it even so you get a uniform coating. We'll put the two pieces together, and I'm going to use a hand screw to hold it when I put the first fastener. Well, I put the fasteners, I'm going to use a hand screw to hold it in position so it don't move. So that'll hold that board right where I want it to be, and don't have to worry about it moving. Just lay it down right there, and we'll put first pilot in, and then we'll drive a screw, and then we can move the hand screw up a little bit closer to the end, the edge, put another pilot and then install a screw. And I got a paper towel. We'll wipe off any excess glue that's smearing out, which is not much anywhere. And then we're ready for the next one. We'll go right there, get this out of the way. Lay this down, smear a little bit of glue on both halves. And we'll continue doing this for all of the pieces on both sides. Because I want to do the sides first. So the screw clamp works really nice. It puts a lot of pressure, so you don't have to worry about nothing moving, because it'll applies a good steady pressure on the wood. Come up a little bit. Come pretty close to the edge when you do the second one. It don't have to be, because you already got the screw on there, so that'll hold that edge, that side of the piece of wood. And continue on. We've got one more. Just one more for this side. Get any excess glue while it's right here. And we have one more. So we'll just lay this down, put a bead of glue there, and a bead of glue right there. Move that down just a little bit. We already got glue spewing out on the top. Clamp it right there. I want to get some of that glue that's at the top already. Don't need that there. And we'll put a pilot. We'll clamp up to the near the edge, clamp down, another pilot. That's going to complete this, the pre-assembly of this side. So I'll go to the other side and put those together. Now, I have been having troubles getting this to become flush. So I made this kind of a frame to hold it so it still moves. It goes down a little bit when I put it together. So I'll just kind of do my best to hold it in there. So let me get some glue. We're going to glue this point in. I'll just put glue on this one edge, fairly heavy. And that should dispense itself to that surface there. I can brush some over there. So now, what I like to do is also lay a screw on top of there to kind of give me a guide on where, because I don't want the screw to come up through there or anything. I want it to see that I want to get a pretty good coverage. So right in there looks fairly good. So I'm just going to leave that there and use that as a guide when I make my pilot. So I got my pilot at pretty much the same angle as that screw is, in the same pretty much location. So let's see how well this holds together. It moved just a little bit, not that much. So I'm not really too much worried about that. Since it is these are rustic pieces of wood, I don't think it has to be exact. If I was trying to make a Steinway, maybe I have to worry about it, but I'm not making fancy furniture. Okay, got that end in. Let me wipe all the excess glue off. I won't be able to get down in that corner. So then we're going to start working on the base. I'll put what I'm calling the feet, we'll put those on first. I'm going to install the feet onto the base before I put it onto the rest of the tree. So I got marks. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see these marks. They're kind of light in this old wood, but those marks I have for both of the pieces. So this goes, I'll go here, and I'm just going to hold it. I'm not going to clamp this or anything. It should stay pretty much where I want it to stay. I want it to be kind of square though. And I want the screw to counterbore itself into the wood, so it less chance of it. If we put it on the regular floor, harder floor, the head of that screw's protruding up is going to scratch the floor. So these will be used outside is what the plan is right now. Put glue on there, and we'll glue this side too to get everything done at one time. Spread that glue out. Put both of these pieces on. I'm putting 2 screws in. Probably 1 screw would be more than enough since you have glue, but I figured this 2's fine. You know it won't go nowhere then. Always like to pre-drill my holes. These less chance of splitting your wood, especially this wood that's weathered and been out in the open for a long time, and then it's stored in the barn. It's going to be fairly dry. So I guess I can just set this right here. I think I probably need to adjust the cameras a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, I need to adjust the cameras, but okay, now we're ready to install this base. So I'm just gonna put the glue on this end here. I'm not gonna put it on the other face. I think we're getting enough glue because it's squishing out everywhere. So just put it on this one side. It'll find its way to the other side when you clamp it in or screw it in. So I'll do this side over here since I'm on this side. Hold it as square as we can. Put a pilot in. Get the screw ready. Put one in, that seems flushed all the way. Second screw for this side. Okay, we'll go to the other side. First put a pilot in. It moved on me. Now the trick is holding this so that it don't move. Stayed fairly good, I guess, to say the least. It wants to go all over the place. I believe this is the last screw to put in. So we'll finish this last one and this will be done. Okay, we got a complete rustic tree. Here's the finished product. Pretty rustic looking, but that's the effect we were trying to get, so that's it. Till next video.